Hey guys, today I'm with Dividing by Zero. If you don't know him, how about you introduce yourself for a little bit, man?
Hello, my name is Dividing by Zero. I am a smaller YouTube channel, I would say. I would say my specialty on YouTube is making shorter and hopefully easy to understand analysis videos about the Overwatch League through things like my Casuals Guide series and my Season and Review series.
Yeah, so we're just gonna talk about the playoffs, and we're just gonna make our own bracket, basically. So just some
Yeah.
information to start off. So there's gonna be it's double elimination bracket. There's gonna be a play-ins tournament. All the matches are gonna be first to four maps. So it's gonna be a best out of seven, and the higher seed picks the first map, and then the loser of each subsequent map will go from there.
Yes.
The prize pool is $3.5 million, with the winner getting 1.1 million, and then I think the second place gets
Only
600,000.
1/3 of Fortnite, dude. What a lose tier three esport.
Not even top tier esport, dude. But no, so let's start off, and as a note, in case anyone does not know, that this playoff patch we played on the Sigma patch, which is not great for people
Eh,
like us because we have no idea who is going to be huge. I have heard though that in scrims, London Spitfire are actually popping off with Sigma, but
People said London
Sigma,
Spitfire were popping off with ghosts though, and,
Sigma,
and and now look where we are.
Sigma's been no. Also, like Sim is somewhat because with like triple shields with Orisa, Sigma, and Sim.
It's unfortunate that you give the character that is supposed to counter shields another shield.
Yeah, it's just well, I mean, that's the
Well,
thing
one of the
though,
characters that counters shields.
because like I feel like there's like three or four teams that we know are really good, that are gonna be good in this Sigma meta, but then there's like these other what like 12 other teams that just I don't know. I don't
Who
know.
the what
They
the
they
who the
could
heck what the
I
heck?
know like they could be good, they could lose. So we'll start off with in the play-ins, Charge versus Hunters. I'm gonna pick the
Uh,
Charge just because I don't like Happy.
here's
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, here's the deal about the Hunters is right now I feel like they're the beneficiaries of the Valiant not being able to win that last
Yeah,
game on their own home
yeah,
turf.
yeah,
They barely squeaked in. They've only had 3 and 4 stages except for stage 4, which was 4 and 3.
yeah.
Uh they've I will give it to them. They've been decent enough,
Hmm.
like they've defied most expectations
Oh
of
yeah.
them, but they've been like just average enough to barely squeak into the playoffs, and I'm expecting the Charge to put them in their place here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Um, I don't know. Like it's just like the Charge were really have been really good this meta, and with like Happy, who's been a ridiculously good Widow, um, and Nero is always he's a decent May, and so like and Hoppa is also like he's a pretty flexible tank player. Like I can't. I mean like when Sigma comes out, I don't know.
Now you got,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. I'm just I don't see the Hunters beating the Charge.
I don't see it either. I think even if we end up seeing Happy on like Sim or something, we're
Oh,
gonna
he's
be
gonna.
the Charge will be the Charge should have it pretty easy. Whenever the Hunters try and run Hammond, Among's gonna slam into their back line and then
Yeah.
get frozen, hack slept, and stunned at
He's
the
gonna.
same time.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
sim
gonna be
beam, and
fun.
he's gonna no, he's gonna like slam into like three sim turrets. Like, oh fuck. He's gonna. Okay, Fusion versus Dragons. I'm Fusion. Dude, the Shanghai Dragons fell off so hard.
The Dragons, I feel
They,
so bad.
yeah, dude, they were on top of the world.
You learn pretty quickly why they were so hesitant to run any kind of off tank in stage 3.
Yeah, I don't know,
It
dude. They
is
fell off so hard, but I
it's
don't
tough.
know.
You do I feel like I have to give that one to the Fusion. The Dragons, it's not only I think that the Fusion I mean sorry, it's not only that the Dragons have to run an off tank, which they didn't want to do because they're just not confident with
Yeah.
either Diggory or Envy. But I think in stage 3 they had kind of this they're really good at this disruption comp that was really good at
Hmm.
beating goats, but now no one else is playing goats, so they can't
Yeah.
they can't just Ding can't just float in the air on far and
They
do
can't
whatever
run
the
triple
hell he wants
DPS.
anymore.
Yeah. It's even like I don't know. I wasn't even the Fusion are lucky to be going against the Dragons just because like the Fusion like they're I don't know they're one of those coin flip teams where it's like they could be good
Yeah.
one day and absolutely shit the other day because they're just
The Fusion are decent, but the problem is the Dragons
are worse.
have shown zero ability to actually adapt to
Yeah.
the roll lock meta, so I don't see why we should expect them to adapt to this one.
Sure. Yeah. Just yeah. It's okay. Let me select Fusion. Okay. Now this is oh my god, dude! Not even in the actual playoffs, the play-ins we're getting a grand finals rematch between the Spitfire. Like, dude, that's gonna be amazing. Like, it's gonna
That's gonna be a really hype matchup if it is true, and if we don't see Dragons or a Hunters
yeah,
upset.
yeah. But I want to see that game because that is. I mean, I'm betting on the Spitfire just because like I mean, I don't know how much like the Fusion. They're just so like mentally driven in a way because like if they're not feeling it, they're gonna lose. Like they're just. I would not be surprised if they're like still boomed from the grand finals.
Let me quickly. I want to actually look up because London and Philly played twice this season. I
Oh
think
yeah, were they even in stage
I want to see.
four?
I want to see what their. I want to see what their record is with each
Yeah,
other.
because like it's just this. I don't know. The Spitfire are still more flexible. Like the Fusion are quite flexible, but they're just not. They're not good at being flexible. If that makes sense. Like it's
The Fusion have very much wanted to stick to the meta this season.
yeah, a Carpe, dude. Man, season one Carpe, not season two Carpe, not season two
Okay,
Carpe.
so stage two. Okay, so they were beaten by the Fusion in stage one, and but they beat them in stage two. But they haven't played since
Mm,
stage two, and
yeah, that's a thing. It's
there's been
just
a billion different changes since
yeah,
then.
I don't know. I just have more confidence in the Spitfire because, like, even though I feel like they just do, I don't know, they're more consistent. Not saying that the Spitfire are super consistent, but they're more consistent than Philly.
I feel like I'm gonna have to agree with you on that one. The Fusion are I don't know. I feel like the Fusion are just gonna the Fusion. They've been playing Goats when Goats was meta. They're playing a lot of May Reaper now. I guess sometimes Carpe goes on Hanzo, but it still hasn't looked great. It just feels like they're consistently like banging their head into the wall because this is how you're supposed to play.
Yeah,
But even when they let Carpe on the Widow, he usually gets beat by like Happy or
yeah, like
DM or
even
someone.
like I don't know. Something about me just doesn't feel like Poco would be great on Sigma because like you're gonna put off Sigma on your off tank, right? Because he's not. He technically is a main tank, but he's not a main tank. Like
Yeah,
he so
well,
like
yeah, well, will probably be seeing the off tank players
yeah.
playing
I don't know.
Sigma
I don't
if we're gonna be seeing like Arisa Sigma a lot of the time.
like Poco is a really good diva, but like I don't like his what like Hog. I don't remember anything notable out of his Hog. If when they play Arisa
Yeah,
Hog or even just like I don't know. Yes, Sigma. I don't know. I don't. And maybe I'll be proved wrong. We don't know. Again, this is like new meta, new stuff. So we have no
it
idea
is
what the
very new.
hell.
I mean, there's really no real way to predict who's gonna be the best Sigma player in the league. To be
Yeah,
perfectly honest.
yeah. Okay, Dynasty Charge. This is a bit of a tougher one because, like, I don't. I picked the Charge.
Okay, I feel like this is actually going to be the first time where our brackets deviate from each other. I'm
Mhm.
actually going with the Dynasty here.
Yeah.
So you go ahead, go first. You explain why you have the charge.
It's just I don't I feel like part of this whole dynasty is that they're a bit too predictable. I feel like this is actually a bigger issue with the rain, but like because with
Really?
Soul they have I don't know, it's just that if they play was it, I think Fitz like they're gonna go the Reaper or if they run like Fleda's Reaper isn't that great, so like it's just I don't know. I feel like depending on the DPS
Well,
they
I
sub
mean,
in.
you can say that like, oh, if they put this person in, then that's what they're running. But the thing is about the dynasty is you don't know if they're gonna put in
That's
fits.
fair. Yeah.
They literally like it feels like they make up their team compositions 5 minutes
That was
before the game.
yeah, that was their
They
whole
just go
thing.
like, all right, you know what, let a highly illicit Marvel
Yeah.
Jexay
Mhm.
Michelle go.
Yeah.
They just throw darts at the wall.
Maybe
But
they'll throw up the charge. Yeah.
I'm saying the Dynasty first of all because the Dynasty I feel like are so difficult to prepare for because you genuinely have no idea who they're going to be putting in each
Yeah.
day, and also I think the Charge their success in Stage 4 really hinged on Happy just destroying and taking over games on Widowmaker and Hanzo, and the thing is that in a triple shield meta, which we look like we're heading towards, I don't know how effective that's going to be. I think we're going to be seeing Happy playing a lot more Reaper now, maybe more Sim, and I don't know if the Charge will be quite as good within that kind of
Yeah.
in that kind of meta.
The only way, I don't know. I'm just hoping that Happy's gonna just pop off on Widowmaker. But then again, we don't know the meta. Maybe Widowmaker is just absolute garbage. Maybe Sim is just so much better.
Mm-hmm. Here, I'm
Okay.
actually because now our brackets are different. I'm actually gonna go ahead and start recording my screen as
Okay.
well, so that like you can put on
Yeah, that's fine.
my
Okay, so now the plans are done. We're gonna get into the winners bracket. So Titans Charge.
yeah.
I'm gonna pick the Titans. I don't know how much I can hinge on the Titans being their number one just because they're such a good goats team. I mean, like, their communication still by far. I think they partially proved that during their goats, were just like their communication and their teamwork and like their. I mean, like there was jokes like they have like a hive mind, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, recently they've been a bit better. Um, I don't know. Hopefully they can carry that momentum into the playoffs. I'm just picking the Charge. I'm picking the Titans over the Charge.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to say the same with Titans versus Dynasty.
Yeah.
I think Titans have just about every advantage over the Dynasty on almost every position. I
Hmm.
think that Dynasty, what they have in unpredictability, you don't know who they're gonna put in. But the thing is about that is that like it feels like no one on the Dynasty is like really, really, really good.
Yeah.
No,
Hmm.
Fleta hasn't been amazing as recently. Like everyone on the dynasty is good, and the fact that you have to try and prepare for like 15 different kinds of comps is
Exactly.
hard.
Yeah. That
But
that was
if you can just overpower them, then it's
yeah.
no big deal.
That was the one thing that that like upset me so much about Fisher retiring. Not only because it's always unfortunate to see a player leave the Overwatch League, but like the Dynasty's whole thing was they literally had two entirely different teams that would play. So like it
I
just
don't like
made
theory
it.
craft. I
It just
don't like theory crafting and stuff like that. But
hmm
gosh, it makes me wonder if Fisher just was just like, no, I will be starter, and Dynasty
yeah,
was like,
because
no,
it
and
was.
Fisher was like, okay, bye.
Yeah, it was because like they had like what Marvel and then five other players, and then you had Fisher and five other players, and so it was literally two entirely different like Soul dynasties, and it just I think it was great because it made it so hard to scout. It's like they're completely different styles. How do we scout for them? And then Fisher left,
Yeah.
and then they're like, shoot, this our entire planet is fucked.
Yeah.
But okay.
Here's the thing though about that is that I think that Fisher would like to play a leading role in his team.
Yeah,
But
definitely.
Marvel, when he plays main tank, he I think he's more supportive of his teammates,
Fisher is just
which allows him to just kind of he can kind of blend into the style that the other players on his team on his roster at that time want to make, and I think that makes him useful because when you're playing Fisher, he's just like, all right,
he just
W W
goes
W
balls to
W.
the wall. Yeah.
Yeah.
um, okay, so let's go on to the Spark and Gladiators. I'm picking the Gladiators.
All right.
This
Okay.
are you picking the Spark or
I'm picking Spark.
yeah? Why?
So two main reasons. One, two real reasons. Two reasons. One, if you go back in history, the Gladiators have actually never won a a playoff match before. I guess you can say that they won that one game against the
Yeah,
Spitfire,
yeah,
but I
but
mean, like they never got into the second round in any sort of
mhm.
playoff before, and if the Gladiators are going to do it, I think they need to get rid of those like playoff jitters. And when you're going up against a team like the Spark, which you've lost against twice this season, I don't think that's happening. So
Yeah.
that's why I picked Spark.
I mean, I will say that like Godspeed has been has been doing very well as of late.
Yeah. The
Um,
big thing about the Gladiators, I think both of their DPS have the potential to really take over the game. You got
That
Decay, you got Sure 4. They're both really good, and they could really take over if they're on their game. But
that
I just feel like they have playoff nerves, and
no,
when you're
that
going
that's also
against the
another
Charge,
thing though. I completely I need to keep reminding myself that we're looking at a Sigma patch, and it's just like I don't know. I just think this like if like Sigma is really played, um, it's just I don't know. It's like gladiators are very deep. Well, I mean they kind of emphasize their DPSs to carry their game for them, and I don't know if there's like a meta where like it's more tank based or more, then the gladiators
hmm
may just be like, well, shoot, we invested, we put stonks into DPS, and now they're just kind of useless. So
yeah,
I don't
a
know.
little
I
bit.
completely forgot. I may have
I
to.
mean, they will be playing DPS, so
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know. Fuck it. I might say gladiators, but that may be the pick
yeah.
I'll regret. Okay, Excelsior Spitfire. Okay, I was doing this bracket before, and
Uh
I don't
huh.
I don't see a situation where NYXL does not go 0-2 these playoffs because I don't they're I like like I don't know, dude. Like if
If Excelsior wants to get rid of the playoff futility, they have to beat the Spitfire here.
that's the thing.
Because if not, they go
The,
against the
the,
Shock or the
or the
Rain
rain,
in the
and that's like, dude, if they go against the shock, okay,
that
they're probably gonna
sucks.
lose. If they go against the rain, they're probably fucking booned because the rain are like, we've already beat these guys twice, we can do it again,
Yeah,
and so it's just, oh my
The Rain are
god.
actually their kryptonite.
I know. So
Um,
the NYXL's only saving grace, I think, is Flower. He's been actually been really well. Like they subbed him in, what like stage 3 or
yeah.
earlier, stage 4 now.
I don't want to put too much stock into him because
Yeah.
he played like 2 maps, but he did look pretty good in those
He
2 maps.
was very solid on Farah as well as was it May, I think he played another hero, I forgot,
He
or
played McCree, I
McCree,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, he played McCree
But
on
like
Hanamura.
in the beginning he wasn't that great, and I was like, he's a wilted flower, he's washed up, but like he's been doing all right, and I get, yeah, it's only been like, a few maps, not even like a game's worth, but
Yeah.
I don't know,
My
maybe
big
he's feeling it.
thing about that is that Flower was playing Pharah, and the Titans really didn't want to swap to something to help counter Pharah.
Yeah.
They had a Mei and they had a Diva, and that usually wasn't enough.
Hmm.
That's my big concern about
That's fair.
Flower.
That's fair, yeah.
And I want to see him I want to see
Dude,
more of him. I hope to see more of him.
I'm just
But
waiting.
we're
I'm just
probably
waiting for
seeing,
Pine, dude. Give me
I think
Pine.
if we didn't see Pine on like
No, we're not gonna see
fifth round
Pine.
garbage time in the last week of the
Yeah.
season when they've already locked in their playoff spot, we're not seeing
I
Pine.
don't. Well, I don't know, dude. I'll bet you. It would not surprise me.
If he shows up,
That would be no,
randomly
the
in
Chad move.
playoffs, it would be
Chad.
the most hype
He
thing.
has to be.
But I don't see it
I
happening.
know. I know. Dude, just give me Pine. Like, dude. My God. I just want him, dude. Don't we all? Don't we all just want Pine? Especially on like Ilya. Like, just bring him out for control. Just like bring him out for control maps, because like he can play the McCree. He can, pop off. He can at least just also just like, I guess, just maybe hype up the NYXL, say, okay, we got Pine. I don't know, maybe just instill fear in the enemy. I don't know. I just want him, dude. But no, they're not gonna win against the Spitfire. They're not gonna win.
I have to. I just can't trust the Excelsior now.
Yeah, yeah,
I literally have zero faith in the Excelsior to be able to win in this situation.
yeah,
And that's why I have to pick them.
yeah. Okay,
I have to pick the Spitfire.
Shock and Rain. I'm thinking Shock. They've
This is actually a really good first round matchup. Not
yeah,
gonna lie.
honestly, it's like it's because Erster has been doing very well. Like and like the Shock have just they're still so like I still have so much faith in them being able to adapt to Sigma because they're just so flexible. They literally have what
Yeah.
their bench.
If there's any team that can find someone on their roster to be the best Sigma player in the world, I think it's the Shock.
Oh yeah, they have so much flexibility. Gee, on the bench you have what Architect, Striker, like.
Architect's been playing. Striker and
Oh, that's
Sinatra
fair.
have been
Yeah,
on
yeah.
the
But
bench.
during go, it was
You
just
know
like
what? Dark Horse. I've seen a couple rumors. Nevix, dude. Nevix is the
Dude.
Sigma god.
give me Nev, dude. He played during what Junkertown was that the fourth
Yeah.
last map. I just want more Nevix, dude. Honestly, like he's so underrated. I don't know. I just Dude, I'm so excited. Oh my god. This all these games, all which
They're
I
all such
guess
good games.
this will be a treat. This will be a secret surprise for everyone who's still watching this, who isn't like skipping around. Um, I'm planning to do. I'm gonna try to watch as many games as I can, and then I'm gonna go back. You know, like the Overwatch League, the replay viewer.
Yeah, yeah.
Hopefully they'll have that up for the playoffs, and then I can just
Yeah, I
make
wouldn't see
like
why not.
hopefully I want to make like a montage of like all the best plays throughout the entire playoffs, which would be
Oh,
cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Which will take a while. Like if you probably haven't seen my other montages. Not that that's a bad thing, but like I put a live editing I put a live editing into them, and so it's
I think I do remember seeing one of your montages with the Imagine Dragons song.
yeah.
I don't remember what I think it was Believer.
Yeah.
But I don't remember which one.
But so yeah, I mean shocked, but like Rain are still they could tear up the losers bracket.
Rain might
Dude.
go through a little
Okay,
there.
okay.
So do you want to do losers round 1 first or winners round 2?
We'll do semifinals. So winners bracket. We'll go through winners first.
Okay.
Semifinals,
So,
Titans,
For
Titans.
you got Titans, Gladiators. I
Titans,
have Titans,
Spark.
Spark.
Are you? I don't. I said it last time. I just said it with the Titans Charge matchup. I don't know how much faith I can continue to put into the Titans just because like they're number one and they're so good at teamwork. But I'm gonna have to put the Titans again, man. I don't know. I don't know. But are you betting the Spark?
This is actually a tough one.
It is
the Titans, tough. My deal with the Titans right now
Live and
is
die,
I hope they're preparing for Sigma meta. I saw some kind of concerning things out of them in the last week where they were swapping a lot of pieces around. It felt like they were just trying to see either one, they were trying to give people play time like Repel because it's the end and who cares, or they're flipping a bunch of people around and trying to see what sticks. Like, I don't see why you put in a DPS line of Stitch or in Minsu unless you're just screwing around. Which makes me nervous. But when it comes to Titans versus Spark, I think I do have to give it narrowly to the Titans. I think it'll be a close one.
Oh yeah, that'll be a good one.
I think this one's gonna go to the Titans.
Yeah, like Johnny wants Sigma, dude. His like no. I just want more. I just want more bumper overtime Reinhardt. Like I don't know what his thing. He just like you know that meme where it's like the guy slamming down his hand on the blue button.
Yeah.
So there's one where Brent tweeted this out where it's like overtime hits bumper and he just slapping the Reinhardt button the blue like
shift.
Like dude, Diva wrecking ball for stall heroes? No, dude. Reinhardt's the Chad stall hero, honestly.
Yeah, you just walk on the point.
I think it's just a surprise. Like if you're the attacking team, you're expecting the Titans to go like, all right, Mei, Lucio, Moira, Wrecking Ball, Diva for the stall, and you see a Reinhardt count charging out of the spawn. Yeah. No, that's the thing. I think Bumper's like betting he'll get like a random pin coming out of spawn, and then that's the pick they need to like turn the fight around. Okay, Spitfire Shock, dude. This could be massive.
This could be massive.
Oh my god!
But at this point in the season, I'm going to say I trust the Spark. That's the Shock more than the Spitfire.
I was gonna say, yeah.
The Spitfire, they could definitely
They could like it could go either way.
Destroy, but the Shock have proved to be really good at adapting to a bunch of different metas, so I'm gonna have to give them the edge over the Spitfire.
Yeah, this is probably the closest one. I feel like it could go either way. It could go. It depends. Again,
it could go either way if the Spitfire are good.
Yeah, if the Spitfire have been popping off against a Fusion and the Excelsior, we're like, okay, maybe the Shock could. Maybe the Shock.
Spitfire could just as easily have gone home in the play-ins. Is
exactly. That's the thing. It's like so many of these teams we have no idea. It's like with the new meta and also like not even taking into consideration the new meta. Most of the teams are so just inconsistent with how they perform. Okay.
Yeah.
Titan Shock. Let's go, baby. Let's go, dude. Another
Titan Shock.
This is turning into such a good rivalry.
Do you want to go? Let's go through losers round 1 before we.
We'll do that. Yeah. Okay, so you have. I have Charge and Spark.
I have Dynasty Gladiators here.
Dang.
And you have Charge Spark.
So yeah, Charge and Spark. Well.
Okay, so I'll go first.
Yeah.
I'll go first this time. So I have Dynasty Gladiators, and I think this is going to be when the Gladiators get their first playoff win. I
Let's
think.
go.
I think the Dynasty. Again, they have that unpredictability, but when even no, I feel like almost any composition they run, most of the other teams in this top 8 will still be able to out like star power them.
Sure, yeah.
Um, so I think the Gladiators get the win here and set up with the Spitfire and losers round 2. I think this will be the one. I think sure either Surefour or Decay will pop off in this one.
I have the Charge and Spark, and even though there's such a wild difference in the seeding, Charge is ninth seed and Spark is fourth. I think this is another tough one for me because I don't. I may just have to go with the Charge, but I'm not sure because I don't know. I mean, it's just I don't know. I see more potential that the Charge could win. I know that kind of sounds weird, but
Uh,
um,
there's
yeah, it's just I don't know. I don't have much else. I don't have much to say on that, but I don't know. I'm feeling the Charge.
You're feeling the charge.
I am.
Hashtag feel
All
the
right.
charge.
And NYXL versus Rain, dude. I don't see NYXL winning. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
feel
sorry.
so bad
Does
for
not matter.
NYXL.
Does not matter if NYXL popped off against the Spitfire and it was a close match. Like, okay, it,
Literally, they see rain. I feel like
they're
they
fucked.
just get boomed.
They
in the
get boomed.
mental.
There's-
They're just so mentally boomed,
such
dude.
a pagan moment. They're so
I
fucked.
feel-
Rain.
I feel like they make
Nothing.
this a double elimination bracket mostly for the Excelsior.
Oh my god.
No, that's not true. Actually,
just-
they made
we're
double
just-
elimination because it's just a better bracket format for things like
It
this,
is,
but-
yeah. We're just gonna see NYXL get boomed twice. Oh my god. Okay.
And they need to freaking win something for me to trust them. That's my
Yeah.
deal.
I don't know.
That's my deal.
Like, okay, Spitfire and Charge. What do you have for?
I have Spitfire Gladiators. This is actually a rematch of the semifinals, and actually I'm feeling Gladiators on this one versus Spitfire. I think Gladiators get their revenge from last year's quarterfinals. They're gonna.
Yeah.
I think Spitfire. Once they
Because
do
they
like
were-
get that
oh,
first loss,
I remember
I
that
think
game.
I think they're gonna screw up. I think once
Yeah,
they
you
get
could-
that first loss,
dude,
if like the Spitfire are chugging along and then the shock just knock them over,
There's-
I feel like they're not going to be able to come back. From
There's
it very
potential
well.
for
And
some mental
Gladiators are coming
boomage.
off of Gladiators are going to be coming off of a win against the Dynasty,
Yeah.
and I think most of them stack up pretty well against against the Spitfire, and then
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
coming in with different momentums. I think Gladiators win this one.
I don't. Dude, there is some potential for some mental boomage. There's so many. Like, it's just. I remember that game. Like, the Gliders were up. They crushed the Spitfire in the first match, and then
And then Spitfire just figured out.
They
how
came back. Oh
play
my! I
Overwatch.
remember that, dude.
And then Spitfire just figured out how to play Overwatch. And
Yeah.
just destroyed everyone.
Holy shit. That's yeah, I completely forgot about that matchup. That's gonna be a decent one. Although my bracket doesn't happen, but I have Spitfire over Charge. I just think that the Spitfire, I don't know, maybe I'm putting too many stonks into them, but like I just see them. Listen, I don't know. I'm just they weren't even that great going into the playoff. They were the 6th seed, and yet they were the lowest seed in the playoffs last year, and yet they became champions. And so like
Yeah.
I don't know. There's their flexibility.
It does feel a lot like a repeat story.
Listen,
I can
if
only
they
put so much. I can only put so much stock into that, though. What I've seen from the Spitfire is they aren't too
they could
great.
crash
but
and
again,
burn.
it's what we were saying last year.
Yeah,
which
exactly.
Sucks.
And listen, like if they win back to back, they are the best team in Overwatch. Like that's just
Yeah.
that's oh my
The most
god.
clutch team in Overwatch history.
Like that's
if it
ridiculous.
happens.
Yeah. But no, I'm picking Spitfire for Charge, and then I have Gladiators versus Rain. Who do you have in the second?
I have Spark versus Rain on this one.
I'm gonna pick Rain. I don't know. I have some confidence in them as a sleeper pick because like they just wouldn't, even though they're a bit of a lower seed. Well, they're only 6th, but like I don't know. Like
Yeah.
they are vibing right now in this current meta, and so I mean I have some faith that Sigma could adapt well into them. If not, Ursula's gonna be huge. Baby Bay is also there. Like fucking, I don't know. They're
My
pretty good.
question is, I'm trying my best to think about this from a Sigma meta, and I'm thinking who do I trust more on a Sigma meta? Say we see a lot of do I trust do I trust Rhea or do I trust FRD?
Yeah.
Do I trust Baby Bay on Reaper or do I trust
Or Sim. Or if you put baby
or
or
Sim?
yeah.
Baby Bay has been playing some Sim already, actually, and he's
Mhm.
been doing all right.
Yeah.
This one's actually probably the most difficult decision I've made so far in this bracket. Every other ones I always had like a front runner, but honestly, these guys I feel really,
I don't know. I'm confident
really.
in the range. I think they just have like, I mean, they have the mentality. I think of just like giant
Yeah,
killers. Like they beat the NYXL twice. Like no one. They're a sick. They
three
got
times if they get to
yeah.
this.
They finished sixth place and they're a new expansion team. Like I don't know. I think that they have a very good. They have a very confident mentality, and
Uh
that's only
huh.
it's beating the end myself for the third time is only
Yeah,
gonna.
the rain definitely will have the momentum on their
Oh
side.
yeah, for sure.
I think I am gonna go with the edge out the rain here,
Let's
but
go.
it's very, very close. I think Spark could easily take that one.
So and then losers round three. I have Spitfire versus Rain.
I have Gladiator's Rain, which is
Um,
actually a really tough one.
yeah, both of these are tough. Ah, dude, this is also gonna be if this happens, this Spitfire Rain, also Gladiators versus Rain could be very good. Um, dude, I just don't know because like
I'm saying Rain. I trust Rain more than Gladiators at the
that's
moment.
I may say the same likewise, but I don't know, maybe like I'm turning into like um not a Spitfire. I just think it would be amazing to see them get to the grand finals again.
It would be
Like
amazing to see them
just
get to the grand
just
finals
getting to
again.
the grand
It
finals
would be
again,
good.
it would say so much about like their team. And so
It would say a lot. Go ahead.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
I'm yeah, fuck it. I want you to Spitfire. I think it just makes the best storyline.
It makes the best storyline. Now that you've picked it, I'm gonna say I would love to see. I would love to see it, but it does feel like a lot. When you're picking the Spitfire with a lot of if this
A lot of hope.
happens,
I know.
if that
I know, yeah.
happens.
But fuck it. We're gonna go
Like
with it.
Spitfire getting anywhere in the bracket comes with a giant asterisk, and it's
Oh
if
yeah.
they're actually good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, winners finals is Titans versus Shock. Oh
Titans
my
versus Shock.
god. Such a good rivalry so far. Like last year, we kind of had a rivalry between Boston and New York for like between stages 2 and 3 with like Striker and Sabiobi and Gamsu and Mono as best Winston players and stuff like that. But and what was it, Neko on Zen? But like I don't like
Yeah.
this rivalry is so good. Right, stage 1 matchup, stage 2 matchup. And they met again during the Valiant week during the rivalry weekend, and
Mm-hmm.
they tried. Like it wasn't like oh let's just have fun and fuck around. It's the last game of the season. No, like they tried and it was a good match. So like
Yeah.
oh that's the horn outside my window. That is I don't know who's gonna win this one. We're saying this a lot,
Mm,
but
yeah.
it just
I don't
it's
know,
all
guys. They're
it's
both
all
really
depending
good
on
teams.
how
I think I'm gonna have to pick both.
click both at the same time. Don't worry. Um, but fuck, dude. At this point, I'm just gonna be like, all right, which team is gonna be easier for for the Spitfire to beat and the loser?
Flip the
um,
coin.
but I don't know, dude. It's just it depends a lot on how well both these teams look going into this matchup,
Uh-huh.
especially how well they stomp through the quarterfinals and semifinals.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I may. Well, wait. I forgot who won during the rivalry weekend.
Rivalry weekend, Shock 1 and Map 5.
Shock won. I'm gonna say the Shock then because the Shock so far have the better overall record against the Titans, and I feel like
That's true.
The Shock are feeling like yo, we beat these guys twice. We beat them twice. We only lost them once. Like we can do this. And not only did we beat them twice, we beat them once in this most recent meta. So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like oh we're only better than them in goats. Like we are better than them in two metas. So I feel like they have the better they had the mental edge. So I'm gonna pick Shock.
So I'm actually gonna say Titans, and here's why.
Ooh.
Titans. If both the Titans and the Shock make it to this point, it's because they're both very good at the Sigma meta. They both
Mm-hmm.
have figured it out. They're both, we shouldn't have to worry about either of them struggling in Sigma meta or trying to counter Sigma meta.
Right.
When you look at the careers of the Shock versus the Titans, I feel like the Titans, first of all, as Runaway, the Titans as Runaway have been in a lot a lot more high pressure situations than the
Yeah.
Shock players have.
Yeah, for
The
sure. That's
Titans have
fair.
been playing together since like freaking Apex Season 2,
It's like, yes.
um, or something crazy like
Hmm.
that. Um, the
They have the
I think the
experience.
Titans
Yeah,
have a ton more experience than the Shock do in this case,
for sure.
and I think that experience is, you think of players like Super, and you look at the stage finals and like, oh, the Shock beat them last time, or you Shock beat them in a stage finals that wasn't as pressure, doesn't have as much pressure. They won in a last week match that had zero impact on anything.
Hmm.
This is a big game, and I think the experience of the Titans is going to have them come through.
That's fair. Like, again, this is also a very, very hard choice. Um,
It gets really difficult, especially when you get to the last few.
yeah, yeah. Okay, so in the losers finals, you had the Shock and Spitfire. I have the Titans and Spitfire. I'm picking the
I have
Spitfire.
Shock and Rain.
Oh, you're
Actually.
right. Oh, you're right. I'm picking Spitfire. Screw it. I want them. I so want them to be in the grand final because that will just prove to everyone that
Okay,
it's like don't
so
sleep on them.
for the rest of this, you now have to speak in a British accent. Because I see nothing but pure Spitfire fandom. That's like that's a bad thing,
Oh
but
yeah.
it's definitely like
Yeah. So who do you think is gonna win for you?
yeah. You just went silent for me. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hello. Okay.
Okay.
We're good. I got scared for a second. I was like, what? Um.
Okay. We're good. We're good. Okay.
So
So
who's?
I have Shock and Rain,
Hmm.
and I do think Shock are gonna win
Wait.
this
Hold
one.
up. That's a quarterfinals rematch.
It is a quarterfinals
Oh,
rematch. It is.
huge.
That's a quarterfinals rematch that the Shock have already won, and
Yeah.
I think they'll be able to pull through and win that one
Against the rain.
against the Rain. Yeah,
Hmm.
they've already beat the Rain. The Rain. I think, and I think you also have to look at like fatigue because at this up to this point, let me see. Actually, not wait. So Shock has played 1, 2, 3 games up to this point.
Rain has played.
Rain has played 1, 2, 3. So the Rain has played one extra game. That's
Hmm.
not quite as big as I thought it would be,
Right.
but I do think that Shock should get the win here because of experience and also because of matchup history.
Yeah. Which means my grand finals are Shock versus Spitfire. Your grand finals
Titans
are
Shock.
Titan
I,
Shock.
I feel
Which
I feel like obviously if an upset, there's an upset, and that's awesome. But I do think just
I'm not
based
mad
on the
with either
history of
one.
the history of this season, Titans Shock
Yeah, that
is the
could
most
that would make sense. So much
ideal. I
sense.
feel like it makes sense that you should be the
Oh,
teams that
for
balance it out.
sure, for sure. Yeah, like these teams have been competing against each other for like essentially the entire season, and in two metas, which I think is we're very fortunate to have both those teams succeed. Well, relatively have success.
Listen,
Post
people
goats.
are saying the Titans are washed when they went 5 and 2.
Yeah,
You're not
yeah.
washed. They had a little bit of trouble at the very beginning when they were
Mhm.
still figuring things out, and then they rolled through most of their other
Yeah,
matches.
it's just that's the thing because like we could have had the possibility where maybe the Titans or the Shock maybe fall out of that top tier
Yeah, and
during.
that is a big thing is that the Titans did have a little trouble at the beginning. It's like if they have a little trouble
Hmm.
again, I mean they beat on
Right.
their way
Yeah.
they had to beat London, they had to beat Philly, they beat NYXL. Like they did not have an easy schedule in stage
Yeah.
4, and they still went 5 and 2. So
Hmm.
I don't see why the whole Titans are washed narrative is happening.
Yeah.
We'll see. If they end up falling out of the playoffs early, then we can say I told you so. But I just
Hmm.
don't. I think it's overreacting.
Yeah. But for me, Shock and Spitfire, I'm gonna have to just say I would like to see Spitfire win, but I think I'm gonna say Shock over Spitfire just because again, like at this point, I feel like they definitely will have proven themselves by beating the Titans and this. Well, they beat the Spitfire in my bracket. They beat the Spitfire in the semifinals already. So that's just
Hmm.
also more mentality, more mental game in there. So, but no, like honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, Shock Titans. That would just sum up the entire season perfectly.
Yeah, it'd be a really great ending, and I think
Yeah.
I do. I'm gonna say I think Shock actually do get the get revenge on the
Yeah.
Titans from the winners finals.
Hmm. Dude, that
I
would be
think
the
Titan,
that
I
would be the
think
best
Titans may be
anime.
surprised.
That would be
Titans,
the anime storyline. Like they
yeah,
lose to the
I want
Titans,
the anime storyline where the
and they come
Titans
back in the
get
grand
the
finals.
jump. The Titans get the jump on the Shock, knock them down the losers bracket. They fight against the Rain, win out on that. They go back up and just whack the
Exactly.
Titans.
It's the
It's not
it's
even.
the
It's not
anime
even close.
redemption. It's the
Okay,
redemption
but
story.
seriously, the Shock have been the best team in Overwatch League over the season. They've been consistently good over
Mhm.
many different metas. They have been the first team ever to complete the golden stage. They completed in all 3 stage finals. I cannot give. I think there's a bunch of different teams like Titans, Rain, Spitfire, Spark, Gladiators with a shot at it. Maybe Charge, even if they continue popping off.
Mhm.
But based on the season, I feel like there's no one that I can really give it to other than the Shock.
Yeah, that's entirely fair. But oh my god, this is gonna be one hell of a ride, dude.
I'm
The double elimination and the play-ins and just the new Sigma meta.
I'm really excited. I'm
I'm
really excited to
dude.
go watch this video again in a month and
And to
just
see it's all wrong.
and
Every
just like cry.
yeah
My
every
my
or
entire reputation has been ruined. Freaking hunters just went through
Hunters
and
win.
destroyed everybody.
NYXL wins. They don't choke. Turns out.
NYXL
Um,
turn it on. NYXL could definitely just turn it on and make a run. Like
but
there's so many different possibilities that could happen.
I'm just ready to see it all.
But
Just like
I think this is the most likely one.
I'm just ready, dude. I'm just see like the rivalries, the fucking just like the crushing defeats, the
Yeah.
comebacks. Like I'm just ready for it all, dude.
Everyone talks about whenever someone talks about stage finals, there's always someone that goes, "Oh, but it's just stage finals. It doesn't really
It's
matter."
fun.
It's like,
It's really awesome to see.
this matters, okay?
Yeah, yeah. Which I might be able to go to some of the games, which would be super sick because I live like
that'd be really cool.
an
'Cause
hour
they're-
away. Yeah.
Wait, but I thought you were in California now for college.
Yeah, I am. But like LA is a pretty big city.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, I thought you were talking about the finals, which are
Oh,
in
no,
Philly.
no,
wait,
yeah.
the grand finals are in
Yeah,
Philly.
but all the other playoff games are going to be in
Are gonna be in
Blizzard
LA.
Arena. Yeah,
Okay.
so maybe I'll go. But
that was weird because they made like a Twitter post like, "Oh, this is our last day in Blizzard Arena," and I was like, "Oh,
yeah.
what?"
Also, I don't know. Just the grand finals is only one day. I feel like they could have been like best out of 3 matches. You know,
It could have been. That is a lot to ask of a bunch. Like that's like
which
potentially
is fair.
if it's like a best of 4, that's potentially
But
13 maps. You ask someone to play in a day. That's a lot.
no, no, I'm talking about like. So how about you? Because right now it's only it's only one match, and within that match it's best out of 7 maps, and it's played on a Sunday. Like why not You know, I feel like a Saturday would make more sense. But I feel like what if you do best out of 3? So you have each match. Each match is a best of like 7 maps, right? And then so you have best out of 3 matches. So you have Friday match 1, Saturday match 2, Sunday match 3. So it's like the NBA finals. We have game 1, game 2, and game 3. You know, stuff like that. I don't know. I just feel like it would be a better thing because if it's only just one match where it's best out of 7, it's like that's it. That's the end of the season. You know, like because last year's grand finals was the best out of 3 matches as well.
Yeah, I would say. The only reason I would say that it might be beneficial to have a kind of a winner's bracket advantage, so that like if the Shock win the first time, then they have to do it again to actually win.
Yeah,
it's double elimination.
No,
but, like,
I don't know. I wasn't. One of my friends thought that should happen. I'm like, that's so silly.
Yeah.
But I just find it.
It's like, but then there's a deal with like if we do it that way, then the Shock win. If the Shock win the first day, then you have to do a second day. But if the Titans win the first day, then it's over. At least in my bracket scenario.
Yeah. Well, I just find it hilarious that the Fusion aren't going to go to the grand finals, which is in Philly.
Well, same thing happened to NYXL.
I know.
It's gotta be. It's the home field curse. For
maybe
grand finals,
it must be. And then next year, watch them be like London, and then London, and
Vancouver,
and then like the Titans. You know that meme was like the monkey looking really concerned, like the Titans. But no,
Chuckles,
like
I'm in danger.
I don't know. That's my issue with the schedule this year. Is that like I mean I love the fact that it's Wednesday, Is it? Yeah, it's Wednesday, Thursday. No, it's Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I love that. It's on the weekends. It's earlier in the
Yeah.
day for EU and stuff like that. But like, I just wish that the grand finals, like last year's grand finals, were so much better. It was in the summer. It was in July. You get more people come out. Meanwhile, now it's like
That's
in September. I don't know. It's not.
I think before we start saying let's actually have
We'll
it
see.
happen before
Yeah,
we
that's
start
fair.
talking about how
That's
how
fair.
this last grand final was so much better because
Hmm.
these ones haven't even happened
I
yet.
mean,
So
the Wells Fargo Center has a larger capacity than the Barclays Center, so maybe and it's sold
yeah,
out too. So we'll see. So we're technically getting more people attending this year's grand finals, but it's just like I think the qualifiers for the World Cup are going to be starting. I mean, last year they started like in like August, so I don't know how they're going to cram that
I'm
in
not
after the
sure
grand
how that's
finals.
happened. I'm not sure exactly how that's happening.
Yeah,
how
because
the
like,
how the World Cup is happening.
you have so little. You literally have like 2 months less time for the World
Uh
Cup
huh.
qualifiers now, which is why like I wasn't a fan of this new overwatching schedule where the grand finals just I wanted to be able to see the grand finals, but now that they're in September, it kind of sucks. But and then
It does. It does suck a little
they're
bit.
changing the schedule again next year with the home and away games.
Well, that's
Um,
good though because
that's
I mean,
fair.
obviously, not every game will be in LA, but you still
Yeah,
listen. You
yeah,
got you got two teams.
yeah.
Okay,
There's
stop
4
lying.
homestands. But like, yeah, that's so ambitious. I don't know. It's like
I'm
it's
sitting here in freaking the no man's land that is the Midwest. We have nothing within like 3 states.
yeah. But okay, well, I mean, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had a good time with
Yeah,
dividing
was
by
fun.
zero.
I've never really like thoroughly thought through a bracket before right now, so it was really interesting to go through it.
Yeah, and can't wait to wait in a month for all of these predictions to be completely wrong.
Be completely wrong. They're gonna be busted within the first 2 days. We're
Yeah,
gonna see Hunters, Dragons go through the bracket and
yeah,
just roll.
yeah.
11 through last
You
year it was the two lowest seeds. This year it's also going to be the two lowest
You'll be the
seeds.
funniest thing though is if like right it's like tomorrow like Thursday the day before the first game of the playoffs they drop a bombshell like psych we're back to the 2-2 lock has been lifted. Like could you imagine? That's okay. That's what I'm curious about. I was gonna end it, but I'll pose one more question. Is that if
Okay.
they lift the 2-2 lock, do you think teams will go right back to goats? Because
Mm,
let me tell you a story. And this was I don't know if you know
okay.
CS:GO, but so in CS:GO, the two most common guns are the AK and the M4 for the terrorists and
Right.
the counter terrorists, and for like basically the 10 years of the game's existence. Or as Counter Strike's existence, those guns were considered the meta. Like those were considered the best guns. And then there
Right.
was there were also a slightly more expensive version of the gun that had a scope on it for either the terrorists and the counter terrorists, and had a scope. And so, but that one was like the spray pattern was different, and like the damage wasn't as the stats weren't as great, and it was more expensive. And then Valve lowered the price of the scoped rifle, and then all of a sudden teams were like, "Oh shit, I guess I'll try it out." And they're like, "Wait, this is actually like pretty good." And so now pro teams are using the scoped rifle, and then Valve increased the price back to where it originally was, and teams are still using it. So maybe because like so maybe CS:GO players are like, they weren't given an incentive to try out the new scope, to try out the scope gun until the price, and now that they did,
Mhm.
they realized it was pretty good. So do you think now with Overwatch that teams are like, do we go back to goats or like, I don't know, it's like,
Here's my deal with goats is that goats now will not be the same as goats a couple months ago.
yeah,
Ryan has his new passive, which is actually really
oh
good for
fair,
goats.
or
Uh,
the new brig as
but
well.
but the new brig
She does
is
more
not
healing.
as she does more healing, but she's not nearly as good
But
as like
yeah, but no,
frontlining
because she
and
doesn't have
keeping
the burst heal.
Inspire up.
She doesn't have
Like
burst heal. That's the
she doesn't
thing,
have burst. She
which
doesn't
is
have burst
huge for
heal,
goats.
and she also doesn't. She also like a lot of her big thing of hers that she could just stand up there with Ryan and just whip
Yeah.
people and keep Inspire up like all the time, and
Mm.
now she can't as much.
But yeah, so
So that makes it tough. And also we have they nerfed Zarya's Mega Death Beam, which
yeah,
is
you're
where you're
right.
supposed to get 80% of your damage. So I
Yeah.
think it's possible that teams might try goats, but I don't
It'll be
think
very different from the goats we know.
yeah, it won't be as dominant
Hmm.
as it was before.
But okay, so
I,
this was um the end. This was really fun. So thanks for
Yay.
doing this.
Yeah. It was
um,
cool. Thanks for you've been pretty avidly showing up to my streams and stuff, and I was like, hey, these guys these guys like me and they have subs, so maybe we can
yeah. There
maybe
you
we
go.
can collab.
Well, yeah. So if you guys want to check out Dividing by Zero's channel, I'll put it in the
uh,
description. Please do. You'll be. I
I
assume you'll be
probably
making.
have uploaded a new video on the same day that you uploaded this, so go
There you
check
go.
out that video. Casual's Guide to the Overwatch League Playoffs.
Um,
It's gonna be like a much shorter form version of this, and hopefully
there
it's
you go.
also kind of funny.
Yeah. And yeah, and if it's not up on the channel, just maybe subscribe. It'll show up in your sub box at some point.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean,
Smash that bell.
exactly. Go subscribe. And he'll be making some more content, I assume, for the playoffs because we got loads of stuff coming
Yeah.
up.
For playoffs, for Overwatch World Cup, for
Oh, yeah.
Gauntlet. There's actually a ton of stuff to
All
talk
the
about right
teams.
now.
Yeah. So that's the end of this video.
Yeah.
And I'll see you guys later.
Don't get tilted.